does this every time. Every time. I'm gonna clip them all together.
Go.
I am.
It's a lock-in right here. This is good.
All right, welcome back to All Right, That's Enough, episode 2, back to back. Went back to the drawing board, so I'm gonna speak a little slower this time. I'm joined today with my very good friend, NCAA athlete, one of the best track stars I know, one of the best people I know, and coming from Virginia, right? Originally from Virginia, moved around the country a lot. You know, I met him 2 years ago. We bonded over a combination of Atlanta rap, our love for Tottenham Hotspur, sports, and yeah, he's a genuine great human. I first met Mr. Great Joyner, my fall semester at Baruch. I saw you in the library, didn't meet because you were with Ivan, and I was we didn't make the connection yet. We're just Ivan was gatekeeping us from each other, and then 2023 we connect, and I've always enjoyed my conversations with you, and I wanted to bring you on because you're a great person. A lot, no glazed, but yeah, thank you for joining.
Absolutely. Very, very excited to be here today. Thank you for having me.
Of course. How's your day been so far?
It's been a good day. Had a few classes this evening. But very excited to be here and very ready to get All Right, That's Enough rolling for tonight.
March.
It's March, baby. It's March.
It is March. And just I want to kind of shine or shed some light. Like, you have a lot of interesting choice of teams that you kind of support.
Yeah.
Kind of from all over the country, all over the world, in a sense, kind of based on different reasons. So you're the origin of first of all your college basketball team, Arkansas.
Correct.
You're not from there.
No.
And why Arkansas? And how long have you been a fan of them?
Yeah, so I've been a big fan of Arkansas for about 4 years now. A few years back, I saw what Eric Musselman was doing with the program.
Okay.
I saw it trending in the right direction with the recruits coming in and the performances in the SEC and in March.
Okay.
And I said, this is something that I want to be a fan of and that I want to be a part of. So really attached myself to Arkansas basketball, and I've been a fan ever since, even though Musselman left us to go to USC.
Yeah.
Coach Cal came in, and just very excited for the future of Arkansas basketball.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask if you went to USC because I watched part of my tech episode with him.
Yeah.
And how you like from Coach Cal? How's he implemented Italian?
I've been happy with what Coach Cal has done so far with the program, with the team. Brought in a lot of great talent from Kentucky, which was great. Brought in some good recruits as well. Basically took his recruiting class from Kentucky. They all decommitted, came over to Arkansas. But it was a pretty up and down year. Couple big injuries with Boogie Flan being out, but I've been enjoying the Coach Cal experience so far. It's been good.
It's amazing. And then you're also a Pacers fan.
I am.
Where did that come from?
So throughout college, I was a very big fan of Malcolm Brogdon during his time at Virginia. Rookie of the year, yeah, over Joel Embiid. He's always been a great player, great defender, pretty good on offense as well. So when he was drafted to the Bucks, became a Bucks fan. Won Rookie of the Year with the Bucks over Joel Embiid, and then was traded away to the
Celtics.
No, I think it was Pacers and then Celtics.
Okay.
And then once he was traded over to the Pacers, became a Pacers fan. Victor Oladipo was still around. So big fan of that. Big fan of Miles Turner. And then when he got once again traded away to the Celtics, decided that I couldn't become a Celtics fan because they're all evil and horrible people. So decided to stick with the Pacers. So
Gotcha. And what do you think about the notion of they're kind of front runners? I'm not the biggest Tyrese Halliburton.
the Pacers,
Yeah.
I think they have a good shot to go pretty deep in the NBA once again. Sort of run back what they did last year.
Okay.
This year, hoping to have Benedict Mathurin back for playoffs,
Okay.
and I think that'll be a major factor in the playoffs. Give us a little bit more depth. And yeah, I think they have pretty good chances to make it to like at least the Eastern Conference Finals again. So excited for that.
And then, again, I don't think you live in Chicago, right? But you're a Bears fan.
Yes, big Bears fan.
You're just associating Chief Keef.
I mean, when I was younger, I had a real love for Matt Forte.
Okay.
Really enjoyed watching him play, and that really brought me really close with the Bears organization.
Okay.
And I've sort of stuck with them since then.
Is that the working decision you've made?
No, listen, the Bears experience has been one that's been very painful and very cruel to me, but I think I've enjoyed the spurts of hope with Mitch Trubisky. He was a
Dog.
yeah.
Dog.
He was an outstanding quarterback. My opinion, we should have never moved on from Mitch Trubisky, but that's just me.
Nickelodeon MVP. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And
More stuff here on 18.
I loved him so much, but now he's doing bigger and better things, and not really. He's with the Bills now, so that's not really bigger or better things.
Just the thing with Josh Allen.
That's true.
And then you don't have a hockey team. Do you have a hockey team?
I'm an Islanders fan. Being from Long Island, I love the Islanders. But I also don't watch hockey, so I know nothing about it.
Your other teams seem more interesting.
Absolutely.
And then last but not least, kind of when we first met, I think you had a Jet Spence jersey already.
I did.
That was amazing.
Jet Spence kid 3 years ago.
Yes.
They don't know about that.
You invested when nobody else wanted.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't believe in him. I always believed in him from the rip. All the loan moves, everything didn't matter. I could see what was coming.
Godspeed.
A blossoming superstar.
Godspeed. And what do you think I have to say about the previous managers not liking his attitude?
Listen, I think that was a lot of BS. I think Jet Spence has always been there mentally, and maybe he didn't connect on the same level with past managers.
The Conte.
But I think, Conte, everybody else. But regardless, I think he's always been there physically as a player, and I think he's always been there mentally as well. And I think all it took was for somebody to give him a chance, and when the chance came, and just had him in, and he's been the best right back in the world.
Dog.
Absolute dog.
England call of snub.
Complete snub. Ridiculous.
It's okay. Let him be healthy.
Outrageous.
Let him be healthy.
That's true.
All right. And then, first off, very diverse portfolio of team. On emotional connection, where would you rank them, in terms of, how much it means for them to win to, how much it doesn't really mean if they lose to it? I'm guessing we're going to put Islanders last.
Yeah, definitely Islanders last. I love the Islanders, but hockey isn't something that I've ever been able to really get into, really follow closely. So definitely Islanders last. Second to last, I'm probably going to say Pacers.
Okay, that's fair.
A lot of games in the NBA season.
Can't get emotionally tied.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, playoffs, obviously, the emotion's there.
Beat the Bucks, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Beat the
Knicks.
as well.
We'll talk about that.
I love talking about that. So.
And then, were they not winning in every game against the Celtics too?
At some point, yeah. They were. But that was an unfortunate series. On to bigger and better things.
Gosh. Topping.
He dropped 34.
And then on Julius Randle's head.
Yeah. The best.
The third.
Third to last, I'm probably gonna go Arkansas.
Okay.
College basketball is something I watch on a nightly basis. Something I really enjoy watching. But Arkansas, we've had 2 pretty rough years now. And with 30 games in the season, it's something that, I mean, there's always something to look forward to, especially with Coach Cal in now. He's always had success at Kentucky, and I'm hoping he can implement that in the Razorbacks going forward. But I'm just looking forward to next season, I think, with obviously Arkansas's March Madness matchup coming up. Definitely looking forward to March, and I have Arkansas making a pretty deep run. We'll save that for later. But yeah, I'd probably put my glorious Razorbacks at 3.
Gotcha. I mean, it's, I guess, the most close thing you get to NFL with every game meaning something.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And then last 2.
So second to last,
Second.
yeah, second. Second, I'm going to say the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears have had me wrapped up emotionally for numerous years now. And losing is just something that I'm very used to with that organization. So there's never really an expectation. Do I have hope for the future? Absolutely.
Caleb.
Go. Enough said. Better than Jaden Daniels.
I think if you put Jaden Daniels on the Bears and Caleb on the Commanders.
Caleb's winning a Super Bowl. And
fair to say, perhaps.
Jaden Daniels would be like a Trey Lance sort of situation. And I mean, I guess that leaves Spurs, which through the ups and downs, a lot of downs.
It's like a drug.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit there and sit through every single match, the pain, the glory, any of it, and it'll either ruin my weekend or make my weekend.
And when did you start supporting Spurs?
I would say it was back like late elementary school, early middle school. Never really got into Premier League and the European football world until probably mid high school. But back when I lived in Alabama, I had friends that followed soccer very closely and played a lot of soccer. And that really got me into it. So became a Spurs fan quite some time ago.
Listen, when people ask me why I became a Spurs fan, it's that one trophy is going to be so worth it.
Sure.
And like, nobody can tell me anything after that. You know, you have teams that win trophies every year. It means something, but I feel like the wait will be so worth it. You know, if we win Europa League this year,
Electric.
When we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
When, not if.
Yeah. I'll be so ecstatic. And, you know, you look at Newcastle, first trophy in 55 years.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's a beautiful thing.
I think they'll chill for like another 2-3 years. They can go without a trophy for now. Like, same with us. If we win the Europa League, I'll my emotional attachment, I can de-stress for now.
Die happy.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, like a great combination of teams. You know, moved around a lot when you're a kid, and yeah. So let's move into college basketball. So that's why we're here for.
Absolutely.
Why we're here. Yeah. So before we get into kind of picks and kind of just going through the first round, spoke with Bray. We're gonna come on AT throughout the rounds. Kind of not. It felt like it wasn't made much sense to go through the whole bracket or right away because things change, and then have just one episode, and then never talk about March Madness again. It kind of be not enjoyable for the viewers. So we'll go through the first round matchups. We'll go a little bit deeper than that as well. We're not gonna talk about every single matchup like Elite Eight like that, but you know, we'll give a good introduction. So, for context, just how much college basketball have you watched? Like this since it started, like this season.
I would say I'm watching college basketball probably 4 to 5 days a week.
Beautiful.
So quite a bit. The ESPN Plus subscription has been well used this year and every year.
Great investment.
Absolutely.
And for context for me, so I watched, I think 3 college basketball games, maybe 4, this season. And you know, you don't really need to watch more. You know, like to have an opinion. You know, it's more so. I would say. You know, I'm so like emotionally attached to Spurs that I'm just like I can't put myself to watch college basketball. And you know, I would always kind of like dial into March Madness, I guess, when the Knicks are bad, just because you know I want to see who we're gonna take. You know, I remember watching. I wanted them to really draft Mikal Bridges when he was in the March Madness tournament. I remember watching like other like March Madness legends like come through, like Carson Edwards, people like who are not even in the league anymore. I remember watching Kyle Guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then you know, me and Gray are on 2 different realms of college basketball, but you know that's the beauty of sports. You know, kind of I want to like combine the 2 to kind of show how we can discuss it and like go through my bracket.
Yes.
And go through your picks as well. So how many brackets have you made?
Well, I have 1 bracket for my March Madness Live leagues, and I have 1 for my ESPN leagues as well. I think they're pretty similar, but I'm not sure if they're exactly the same.
Got you. Well, I haven't actually finished my bracket yet.
That's okay.
That's okay. We have until 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Absolutely.
But you know, we'll start with the South. I had an interesting formula. For my picks. So it was kind of a combination of I looked at if they had any hype videos for March Madness.
That's important. That's very important.
I looked at if on the ESPN, you know, they have that little guy who tells you a little 45-second preview. It's hard to not get convinced by him. Don't even know his name. And I would say I looked at the top scores, and then if their highlights from the last game moved me or not, I would take that team. So I would say my South and my West section kind of started strong, didn't kind of fill out my East and Midwest, but we'll start with the South. So Auburn, Alabama State. I just took Auburn because we won.
Yeah. I can pretty confidently say this year that we're not going to see a 16-1, but I think Alabama State could put up a fight against Auburn.
Do they have the best chance against all the 16s? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say they do.
Okay.
Last night they had an electric Hail Mary pass.
Oh, that I saw, yeah.
Where they scored a nice little layup with 1 second left on the clock, and that was electric. And who doesn't love a good little Alabama rivalry, right?
Yeah.
Auburn, Alabama State, long-lasting rivalry.
What happened with that? That was Auburn. That guy was like on the team. He had like some beef with his fellow teammates, and he wasn't celebrating when they were hitting threes like earlier in the season. I
don't remember.
There was some like arguing on a plane, I think.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right. Auburn was going to play Houston, and they had to turn the plane around because like a fight had broken out on the plane or something.
Yeah. And then one of the guys, they played someone the next day. Was it Houston?
It might have been Houston, yeah.
They were blowing them out. And then every 3, this guy just has a hand on his knees like he doesn't want to celebrate his teammates.
Listen, that's okay. I think that says a lot about Auburn's team chemistry, and I don't think that's going to help them in March.
But you have them get over Alabama State. I
have them over Alabama State, yes, but they're neck and neck.
So this will be the closest 16-1.
Yes.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
So I'll put a mark for that. So Louisville Creighton.
Yes.
My first upset. I have Creighton because they had a hype video.
Okay.
Louisville had no hype video.
Mm-hmm.
Creighton had a hype video with an unreleased Offset song.
Okay.
Called Antisocial.
That's That's pretty good. That's impressive.
I don't think it was from the official Creighton account, but somebody made it. And then Stephen Ashworth, Night Sally, that moved me. There's the other white boys throughout this bracket that didn't move me.
Okay.
Let's get that. From what I understand, good threes. They shoot a lot of threes.
Creighton,
Yes.
they're a pretty good 3-point shooting team.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So I'm
Great.
taking Creighton.
Okay. That's a decent pick.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, Creighton is a very good team.
Okay.
A little bit of a disappointing year, without a doubt. They lost a lot of stupid games. Obviously you have the big white boy cockbender on that team, and he's like a 9th-year senior, and nobody likes him. But I actually have a boy that goes to Creighton, and he's a manager on the team. Shout out Seamus. I know you're watching this, so. But with that being said, Pat Kelsey, Louisville's head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Last year and the year before that, he was the head coach of Charleston.
Okay.
And if you remember last year in the CAA conference championship,
obviously,
Charleston had an unfortunate win over Stony Brook University, my Seawolves, my hometown team.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out David Ford, shout out Gino Ford.
Shout out Ian Fagels, Stony Brook.
Shout out Ian Fagel, Stony Brook legend.
Yeah.
Stony Brook Grim Reaper, some call him. Actually, I think everybody out there calls him that. But I guess since we're talking about Stony Brook, Coach Ford is building something beautiful out there.
Mm-hmm.
And within the next few years, Stony Brook's going to be a powerhouse. So
in D1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Charleston beat Stony Brook last year in the CAA championship.
Okay.
So
Coach is Louis.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Louisville's coach.
Got it.
And Coach Kelsey has a lot of experience. And definitely knows what he's doing. Which that's what it takes to be Stony Brook. You have to know what you're doing. So I'm taking Louisville in that game over Creighton.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. There you go. Our first disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, Mitch, and UC San Diego, I saw a lot of people using this as an upset. Here's my notes. So for you, Michigan, I really like the Dusty May interview with Florida Take. They had right after the Izzo one.
Yeah.
They had their hype video with the song "Through the Wire" by Kanye.
Good one. That's a good one.
While UC San Diego's hype video was with "Let's Go" with Twista and Lil Jon. So, and then my final things that I wrote down were I'm not taking a team who was 2-1 versus the Anteaters, which was UCSD.
Yeah.
Forgot the college that has the Anteaters. But
Is it UC Irvine?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then the ESPN homie said this was an upset. And my last thing I wrote down, Danny Wolf over Cooper Flag.
Wow.
So I'm taking you, Mitch.
Okay. I do like that pick. As a Michigan hater, I'm not taking Michigan in this game. I think that this is a major trap game for Michigan, and especially since it's March, anything can happen. Anything at all. I've been keeping a close eye on San Diego throughout the year. They've been really neck and neck with UC Irvine all year, but pulled away as the season progressed.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like what San Diego's built this year, and I'm taking San Diego.
Well, hopefully I'm not getting put on fraud watch right now. So next matchup, Texas A&M and Yale. Another upset I've been seeing.
Yes.
For Yale, I had written down John Pulikitis, dog, went off versus Auburn last year. Did a little bit of research.
Here we go.
No hype video though. Texas A&M. Oh, this is big. You're gonna like this. Hype video after the loss versus Houston. I believe they lost them last year. Then someone starts playing. Banded by Don Tolliver.
Wow.
And then I wrote down, I'm pretty sure Gray went to go see Don Tolliver.
I did. Sure.
And also, I was really moved by Wade Taylor. He had this like little snatch back dribble.
Yep.
That kind of reminds me of somebody you mentioned before, Victor Oladipo.
Love him.
They both were number 4. And I love me some offensive rebounds. Number 1 offensive rebounding team in the country.
There you go.
Listen, I'm not an analyst. I'm just a watcher. So I'm taking Texas A&M in this matchup. Wade Taylor has moved me.
Yeah.
From the little highlights I watched last night.
I definitely agree with that. Although I love Yale in this matchup, especially Yale being in the same quadrant of the bracket with Auburn.
Okay.
Yale beat Auburn in the past, which is a big one.
Yes.
That's a big one.
Yes.
That game moved me nearly to tears. But with that being said, Buzz Williams is one of the best coaches in college basketball right now, and A&M will not lose this game.
We'll believe it at that.
Enough said.
And then for UNC Ole Miss, I'm taking upset.
I live it.
UNC, ready? So I'm not moved by Sean Padula. This guy, headband merchant, I wrote down.
Yep.
I saw his game winner versus Arkansas. This guy was 0 for 6 from 3 before that.
Yeah.
And listen, he's not replicating that.
Gross.
UNC, RJ Davis, son of Hubert Davis.
The truth.
Not good, but you know who moved me for?
Who?
Armando Bacon.
At Big Eye, yeah.
Bacon. Pretty sure I saw him on a State Farm commercial recently.
He probably did. He played college basketball for like 12 years, so
He was always around.
he was around for a long time.
Do you know where he is right now?
Where is he right now?
Where's G League teams here?
I have no idea.
The Memphis Hustle.
That's a great place for him.
He's hustling.
Without a doubt.
Listen, honestly, they should trade Jaren Jackson Jr. because it's hurting his development. They should trade Zach Edey too because it's hurting Armando Bacon's development.
Yes.
So, like, what are we doing?
I mean, he's already like 30 years old, so
Yeah,
there's
but
only so much more development.
you need veteran presence.
That is
Like John Morant to Armando Lobs.
elite.
Exactly.
That would be elite.
So you have UNC as well.
I have UNC as well. I think that UNC is really fueled by the hatred that's been pressed against them. Everybody was calling for their heads, saying that they didn't deserve to be in the tournament. I think that's outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they are battle tested and they've lost every battle this season, but they're battle tested.
Exactly.
And I think that they're going to use the hate. Hubert Davis, amazing coach. He's on GOAT watch. I'm just going to throw that out there.
We love hot takes here.
I think they are going to use the hatred pressed against them to flow throughout the South. So I'm taking UNC. Also, Chris Beard, awful coach, awful person. He shouldn't be coaching college basketball anymore. So I'm never taking Ole Miss in anything.
Can you go a little bit more deep into the Chris Beard? I mean, we talked about it
Yes.
before. So what's the Lord behind that?
So Chris Beard had a beautiful thing going for him at Texas Tech. Left Texas Tech, took the Texas job.
Yes.
Crazy, unheard of, disgusting.
First Arsenal, basically.
Yeah, for the most part. Got fired from Texas
Okay.
for strangling his wife.
Camera woman malice like that.
He strangled his wife and got fired from Texas.
And what? And so, and how long was he out of college basketball for a while, or
No,
got immediately hired?
I think he went right to Ole Miss. If I'm not
Right after they found out about this.
pretty soon after. So, awful person, awful coach. Shouldn't have his hands in college basketball anymore. Disgusting.
Well, I'm glad I'm picking against him.
Yes.
AT does not support domestic violence.
Amen.
And then Iowa State versus Lipscomb. I don't have anything.
I don't have much to say about this one. Definitely taking Iowa State. They've had a pretty up and down year, but I think a lot of people are taking Lipscomb to win this.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. There's nothing there.
Don't overthink it.
Exactly. It's Iowa State.
And then our second to last matchup for the South. So again, do my formula, try to find hype videos.
Yes.
So Marquette, they had an intro video for the season. So they had a bunch of Marquette alum, and then I have Jay Crowder whispering in my ear in the video, telling me to pray when I hear "We Are Marquette." Basically, their whole thing is when you hear "We Are Marquette," start praying. A little bit creepy. Too much Jay Crowder. Out of all the alum they had in the video, Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade, had some other guy, and Tyler Kolek.
Okay.
The most, for some reason, was Jay Crowder. I didn't even know he went to Marquette until yesterday.
Okay.
And wrote down I Heart Tyler Kolek.
Mhm.
For New Mexico, wrote down Patino. Also wrote down one of the 4 college games I watched. Surprisingly enough, I watched them versus San Diego State
Wow.
during NFL wildcard weekend. I was in LA during the Fires. I was supposed to go to Lakers Spurs that day, and then LeBron said, "We're not playing."
Nope.
And I was really tempted to take New Mexico. I still might convince me right now.
Mhm.
But I took Marquette just because, I don't know, Marcus Edwards
Yeah.
back in the day, the Chucker. But if you have a case for New Mexico, I'm willing to hear it.
I have a lot of love for the Mountain West.
Okay.
Love the Mountain West. Love New Mexico. I believe that New Mexico was the second best team in the Mountain West all year, in my opinion. And with that being said, I can't take a Shaka Smart team. Richmond, Virginia ties. He was the former coach of VCU.
Okay.
Had some success at VCU, built a tournament run.
Okay.
Left VCU for Texas.
Okay.
In my mind, I said, what is he doing? What is he doing? He's building something beautiful here at the Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, Virginia, my hometown. And left it all for Texas, which then limited success at Texas, gets fired, moves on to Marquette. Like, I'm not buying into this program.
So I'm seeing a common trend that they go to Texas and then they fail
Yes,
on the chopping block
absolutely.
from the great Joyner analysis.
Got that right.
Okay. So you're going with
New Mexico.
okay,
Yes.
perfect. And then MSU Bryant. We'll take care of our guests here. You know, I was gonna get you I don't think I'm on camera right now, but I was gonna get you a bobblehead, but
Perfect.
it's almost the same thing. All Izzo bobbleheads.
That's beautiful.
Once AT gets sponsored, we'll get you Izzo bobbleheads.
I appreciate that.
This is just in the future. You'll have it on it.
This is a beautiful gesture.
I know how much you love Izzo.
I really appreciate it.
Of course. We'll take care of our guests soon.
I appreciate it.
Izzo.
Listen, enough said.
Izzo.
Izzo owns March.
Did you hear how raspy his voice is?
Yeah. It's beautiful. I love it.
Mm.
But anybody that's picking Bryant in this matchup is just, they shouldn't be making a bracket. Shouldn't be making a bracket. Gross. Disgusting.
Kind of different.
Yeah. Michigan State, without a doubt.
Easy. So after the South, my notes get a little bit shaky.
Okay.
But we're gonna push through.
Absolutely.
We're gonna push through no matter what. So, in the West, we'll start with the West. So Florida, Norfolk State. I just watched Clayton. Who's they're pulling up Clayton something.
Yeah.
Whatever. Nonchalant Hooper.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Yep. Listen, shout out Norfolk State. Virginia ties once again.
Yeah.
But picking against Florida in this is just, can't imagine it. It's Florida.
It feels weird. Like, I feel like people haven't gone deep, but like something like about they're like I don't know. I can't.
Listen, they ran the SEC.
Mhm.
They ran the SEC. I mean, Auburn stole the regular season title, but we don't have to talk about Auburn. They're awful. Bruce Pearl's awful.
FM.
Yeah. But Florida won the SEC. Enough said. Battle tested team, ready to run up March. So
Enough said.
enough said.
UConn, Oklahoma. Almost forgot that Dan Hurley coached here. I don't know why. It just blanked my mind. But we'll take the Staten Island Ties, former Wagner College coach.
Okay.
For Oklahoma, I just wrote down Buddy Hield and Trae Young.
Yeah. Two greats. That the Buddy Hield March Madness run is one that I will never forget.
Mm-hmm.
Really beautiful thing. For this matchup, I'm thinking Dan Hurley is completely cooked.
Crash out merchant.
Yeah, nothing there.
Should he have taken a Lakers job?
No.
Okay.
I hate Dan Hurley, but college basketball needs him. He needs to stay at UConn. This is gonna be a big hate watch for me though. I'm taking Oklahoma without a doubt.
Why do you hate Dan Hurley?
I just think he's doing far too much. There's too much of an ego there. I know he's back-to-back titles and all that. I don't want to hear all that. Okay, just just coach. He's hurting his team far too much.
I've been seeing
I've
been seeing a lot of clips of him from his 60 Minutes interview. I didn't realize he was such a bad. He had not the best collegiate career as a player.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna start trying to make up for it as a coach.
Yeah.
Thanks to all the level.
He's doing too much. He just needs to chill out.
Okay.
I hate him.
That's why he's a crash I mentioned.
Yeah.
Memphis versus Colorado State. I watched a little bit of their. Was it Matt? What's their
Colorado State?
American Athletic?
Yeah. Memphis.
Yes, I watched the championship game a little bit. Penny Hardaway.
Goat. He's on Goat watch.
Just what the stats go with Memphis.
Yeah, I'm going Memphis on this. Colorado State is fraudulent. Hadn't have been in the first place. Got lucky in their tournament. But they're going to get the belt from Penny Hardaway in Memphis.
He's money.
Mm-hmm.
Well now, we're also done. We're just free ball. I'm just gonna free ball the bracket. Maryland Grand Canyon. I went with Maryland just because. What's like a good way to put this? I watched a video summarizing all 64 teams in 20 minutes.
Yes.
And the way they describe Maryland is very scary to play.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Very, very gritty team.
Okay.
Battle tested in the in their conference this year. I'm also taking Memphis or Maryland. I love Grand Canyon. They've had a great season. But Maryland is just gonna overpower them, and there's not too much you can do about that.
Have they always been like? I feel like I haven't really seen them in past tournaments before.
No, they've had some off years.
Okay.
But they've had a really big year this year. A lot of talent on that roster, and they've had a lot of success. So.
And I money came in.
It must have. DMV ties once again, taking Maryland.
Yeah, well, I'm DMV ties.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Missouri Drake, taking Drake just because they're Drake.
Yeah, I'm also taking Drake.
Shout out the boy.
Got that right. I'm taking Drake. I think Missouri's fraudulent. I think they're a fraudulent team. I don't think they've proven much in the SEC this year. They have a couple big wins, but they have a lot of big losses. And Drake has had a terrific season, so I'm taking Drake. Six God.
I like us.
The certified lover boy himself.
Beautiful. Next matchup, Texas Tech UNC Wilmington.
Yep.
I'm not taking a team it's an off-branch campus.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
It's like taking Penn State, Altoona.
Yeah.
Bearsville. Come on, what are we doing here?
UNC Wilmington has had quite a few March Madness appearances, but I'm not taking.
What conference are they in? I actually don't know. Nobody knows.
Are they Coastal? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Texas Tech's gonna blow them out. Doesn't matter. Whatever.
Kansas, Arkansas. I actually have a. You'd be happy. I'm upset. Arkansas.
I love it.
From what I know, from what I hear.
Yes.
I have obviously limited college basketball knowledge compared to the great Joyner.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I feel like I've heard, and I'm willing to stand on. Bill Self fraud.
Yes.
John Calipari, Italian. And listen, we need Calipari to go deep.
Yes.
And then that sets up. I'll let you get to your Arkansas.
Listen, I don't want to glaze too much because I will and I can. But taking Arkansas, obviously, I agree. Bill Self fraud. Kansas fraudulent.
Yeah.
Don't want to see him in March. Arkansas blowout. And if Boogie Flan's back, not even close.
And Joel Embiid play for Kansas.
Yeah.
We're not Joel Embiid fans.
Awful. We hate him.
That sets up a beautiful matchup, though. Well, I mean, no disrespect to Omaha, but we do get an Italian off in the next round.
Yes.
Arkansas, St. John's.
Yes.
Beautiful.
There's nothing to say here. St. John's.
What?
RJ Lewis, my goat. Patina, my goat. Simple as.
Kadari Richardson?
Is it Richmond?
Good guy.
Great guy. Great player.
UNC guest.
Yes.
Cameron Mellis. Ties with Rick Pitino,
Yes.
former Iona coach. Cameron Mellis, also Iona coach. Yeah.
Locked and loaded.
So, for the East section, listen, Duke winning that 116. Unless you have
My notes say Cooper Flag, generational talent, heart. So I'm taking Duke.
National Sport Podcast, Cooper Flag, bust.
Crazy statement. Generational talent. He's gonna be bigger than Brian.
I left Mississippi State Baylor untouched. You know, I think it was like a Torian Prince, that legendary clip of like
Rebounding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Baylor. I don't know. I'll go based off whatever you say.
Mississippi State,
How's the regular season?
mid
Okay.
at best.
Okay.
Obviously had to go through the SEC gauntlet, which is not an easy task, but Michigan State, fraudulent. Baylor, also fraudulent.
Wait,
but
Michigan State?
no, Mississippi
Oh.
State. Mississippi State.
Yes, sir.
My bad.
Yes.
My bad. Mississippi State, fraudulent.
Okay.
Baylor, also fraudulent. A little bit less fraudulent. Taking Baylor.
Okay. My tail on that. Oregon Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
I like Bucks jerseys.
Yeah.
And then is Liberty from Jersey? Maybe.
They might be. No, I don't think they're Jersey. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Dana Altman, one of the best coaches in college basketball. I'm taking the Ducks. Come on. They had a rough in-conference play. Great regular season.
Their only downfall is that they're associated with Dylan Brooks.
That is true.
But other than that, cool jerseys. Bo Nix, Dorf legend,
Yes.
beautiful mural.
The mural. The best.
Rest in peace, the mural.
Simple.
Arizona or Akron.
Mm-hmm.
Have it untouched, but I think I'm gonna take Arizona.
This has been a major question mark for me.
Okay.
Because I think Arizona's on fraud wash.
Okay.
I think they're on fraud wash. I think Akron has had a tremendous season. And I think they're going to come in hungry. I'm taking Akron.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board.
Mm-hmm.
If I see some players in Akron that don't move me or do move me, same thing with Arizona, I'll go back to the drawing board. BYU, VCU. I've seen a lot of love for BYU.
Okay.
Uh,
The Mormons?
yes, and then PMC also always glazed them.
Right.
From their gambling perspective, their games always go over according to them. And then VCU, Virginia Ties.
Richmond, Virginia Ties. I'm taking VCU.
Okay.
There's nothing else that needs to be said.
Well, you know what it is? I don't want BYU to win.
The Mormons?
I don't want the Mormons.
That's okay.
I'm sure bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, it's like they're playing VCU.
Yeah.
VCU is clearly the better team. I'm taking VCU without a doubt, without a second thought.
Got you. And then Wisconsin. One of the games I did watch this year. I watched two Wisconsin games actually. I watched them versus MSU. I like Tonji.
Yes.
I like him.
Yeah.
And then Colin Blackwell. Not Colin Blackwell. Something Blackwell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, I think that's their name.
Yep.
I like them. I like them versus Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then of course, PMT ties. So
This is a big. Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
It's Wisconsin. Simple.
St. Mary's, Vanderbilt. I just had. What do you got?
This is a big matchup.
Is it?
This is a very big matchup. This will be a very interesting matchup. St. Mary's has only lost a handful of games.
Okay.
Lost the conference to Gonzaga, which was disgusting.
Okay.
Disgusting. But I think that Vandy is just. They really have the battle-tested element here.
Okay.
St. Mary's didn't play a ranked opponent all season, which is very important.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Vandy ran the SEC gauntlet once again. Didn't run it, played through, but regardless, I'm taking Vandy.
Okay. I mean, it was untouched for me, but we don't need these same films. No BYU.
No.
No same morals.
Enough.
Robert Morris. Almost like Philip Morris.
Almost. Not quite.
But if it was Philip Morris, I would be taking them.
Me as well.
But shout out Colin Sexton,
Yep.
Bama. I don't know anything else.
There's not much to say here. Nate Oates, Mark Sears, Reese Nelson.
Reese Nelson? That's a player?
Yeah, it's close.
Oh.
It's Grant Nelson, but he's actually Reese Nelson. We're taking Bama. There's no reason to even think about it.
Easy money. And then Midwest. I saw this name SIU Edwardsville, and I was like, it's just not happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's over there. Don't overthink it. Just think Houston.
Yeah, take Houston. Kelvin Sampson, terrific. Houston, potentially fraudulent. Potentially.
They've had some deep runs that didn't go anywhere, right?
No, it never goes anywhere.
Okay.
But we'll see how it plays out.
Is this Ralph Sampson? Who's the other coach?
No, Kelvin Sampson.
Count Sampson.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, I hope he. I think what I've heard is that they always play gritty. Like Houston D.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Gonzaga, Georgia. I like 8-9 matchups.
They're always fun. They're always fun. They can always go either way, which is such a beautiful thing.
That's why they're 8-9.
Got that right.
I don't know. Where are we going here? My football coin. I left it untouched.
You got nothing new? So my thought process behind this is that I will never take Gonzaga to go anywhere. Every year Gonzaga's been a 1 seed, I picked them to lose to 16.
Okay.
I believe that Mark Few is a fraud. Awful coach. Awful coach.
Is he the same coach that was with them when they won the chip?
No.
Shit.
Besides,
Well, why is he fraud?
he's just never produced success in March in recent history. And his DUI really speaks volumes.
Oh.
It speaks volumes.
There was an incident?
Hmm?
There was an incident?
There was an incident.
We'll have to look into that.
This is pretty recent too.
Okay.
It speaks volumes. If his coaching is pressing him so hard that he needs to
He's out.
drink, on a regular basis, and be comfortable enough with it to drive, unreal. Come on.
They don't support the
Yes, sir. But with that being said, Georgia's coach, Mike White, also awful.
So is it mid-off?
It's a mid-off.
So he's
Additionally, Blue Kane on Georgia,
at the player?
that's a player.
Blue game.
Blue Kane.
I want to look into him.
He makes me sick.
Oh, he's bad.
He makes me sick. I hate him. He's averaging like 10 a game. Yeah, so what? I don't care. He's awful.
Is he someone that's hyped up by the others?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody loves him.
Oh.
Everybody. Everybody loves him.
Complete sidetrack. Do you like Tillman on MSU?
Of course.
Okay.
How would you know?
I don't know. I feel like he plays a little erratic.
That's okay. That's
But this
he fits the system.
Blue King guy is...
Oh yeah. Overrated, overhyped. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna look into him.
But I'm never gonna take Gonzaga to win anything. Gonzaga in my bracket is never making it out of the first round, so I'm taking Georgia.
Okay. I'm gonna take that into consideration when I fill this out.
Yes.
Clemson, McNeese.
Yep.
I didn't know McNeese was a real school. I think. Their coach is Clemson alum, right?
Will Wade,
Yes,
is he a Clemson alum?
pretty sure. Like 99% sure.
I don't know if he is or isn't, but he just took the NC State job today. Did you see that?
The McNeese.
Yes, he just accepted the NC State job.
Wait, so he's still coaching this team?
Yeah.
But after this tournament?
Yes.
Okay.
Will Wade is a complete and total fraud. He is an awful coach. He's a dirty cheater. He's a liar. He's a scammer. And NC State is making a mistake.
Okay.
I'm never taking a Will Wade team in the tournament. That would be disgusting. That'd be outrageous.
I just saw storylines like how former Clemson alum is going to try to upset them. Not happening.
No. Clemson by 90. Will Wade sucks.
And we'll leave it at that. Purdue High Point. A little ESPN guy was saying this might be an upset. I don't know. Purdue, shout out Carson Edwards.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's okay. Purdue's a fraudulent team.
Okay.
Mid all season.
Okay.
I don't like them.
Okay. Oh, upset?
Upset. High Point.
High Point.
High Point all the way over Purdue.
And giving Purdue a low point.
Yes. Got that right.
And then Illinois versus Texas. Is that game today? Texas Xavier? I think it's a 9. No.
I think that's a late game, yeah.
Well, we have. Wait, first of all, you don't have any good ties to Texas.
No. Nothing.
So Hay watched tonight. Hay watched tonight
Hey, Washington, yeah, absolutely.
versus Xavier.
Definitely rooting for Xavier. Doesn't matter taking Illinois.
Okay.
Love Illinois.
Okay, I've heard good things about them.
Yes.
And then my analysis of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
They just got scores, and then Mark Pope,
Nick Pope.
Shout out England Call. Think maybe
Terrific keeper.
Carabao Cup winner.
Yes.
Also NCAA coach.
Also NCAA coach. He's terrific on all fronts. But with that being said,
Okay.
Troy,
No.
Alabama ties.
No.
Alabama ties.
Listen.
It speaks volumes.
Taking.
I'm taking Troy. Over
Wow.
Kentucky.
Wow.
Potentially my biggest upset that I'm taking. I'm taking Troy. Alabama ties.
And then I have UCLA versus Utah State. I feel like I've heard. Oh well.
You know,
I feel like I've heard good things about Utah State.
I love them. Best team in the Mountain West. All season, showed that they were the best. Had some roadblocks in the conference tournament. Ended up Colorado State, who was fraudulent. But I love Utah State. UCLA hasn't really shown me anything this season.
Okay.
I'm taking Utah State.
I'm putting a star next to them. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board on this one.
Yep.
And then Tennessee Wofford.
Yeah.
Volunteers.
I'm having arguments with people that Tennessee can't make it far in this tournament. I disagree. People are saying they have no offense. People are saying they can't score. People are saying that they're a fraudulent team. Completely disagree. I think that Tennessee can and will make a run in this tournament.
Money. We're not gonna go through all these,
Yeah.
second round and everything. So who do you have as your champion? Yeah, you said you have 2 brackets, right? And your 2 champions are what?
Arkansas
Okay.
and Michigan State.
Okay. I like the Michigan State one.
Yes.
Do they go? Let's look at who they have to play. Okay, this side. Interesting. I don't know if I have my champion right now.
Mm-hmm.
What I do want to see is one of these 2 teams make a run, either Arkansas or St. John's.
Yes.
Calipari ball.
Italian connection.
Yeah, and then listen, are you going to be really upset? I mean, you'll be upset if they lose St. John's, but is it kind of like you lost to the best team?
Yes.
That kind of mentality? If they do go on to win.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously hoping for nothing but the best for Arkansas. But if they had to lose to a team in this tournament, I would hope it would be St. John's.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And part of HC is if there's some. I want to implement some forfeits. We can have all these picks, but if we don't really stand on business and are not punished for it if we're wrong, there's no fun in that. So what I was gonna do is maybe we pick one top 3 seed from each section
Yes.
as a lock, and if they lose, we'll go for a nice stroll in the city, at a moderate pace. Some might say it's Iran. So, would you be willing to do that?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Okay. And our good friend, Mr. Daniel Stark, can join us. I heard he's might consider staying back in college to pursue his NCAA track.
I was hearing something similar. Yeah,
I don't want to reveal my sources though.
super senior. He might be coming back.
Might be.
You'll see.
All right. So in the South, so either between Auburn, MSU, and where's the 3 seed? Iowa State. Feel like we just gotta. Yep. There you go.
Enough said.
All right. MSU will be our pick for the South section.
It's Michigan State.
Izzo would have been want us to run.
Yes,
He wants us to rest
correct.
and watch this team. And then in the West, between Florida, St. John's, and Texas Tech, I feel like we should go. I think we'll go Tina.
It's Patina. It's St. John's. Lock. Easy lock.
Easy lock.
It's the 2 seeds so far.
And then, this is where it gets a little shaky, Duke, Alabama, and Wisconsin
Okay.
in the East. I feel like my favorite team here is Wisconsin. You're a big other guy.
I'm feeling something similar. I feel like Wisconsin is my strongest lock.
Okay, so we'll go with Wisconsin.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then between Houston, Tennessee, and Kentucky.
It's Tennessee.
Tennessee?
I'm taking Tennessee. What are you feeling?
I was considering Kentucky, because but you're taking the Troy.
I have Troy.
Okay, so
Alabama.
we won't fade you there. So, all right, we'll go Tennessee.
We're going Tennessee.
Tennessee, and then once we do the second round, we'll decide. Well, we're gonna go for 4 for 4.
Yeah.
So
Without a doubt.
it doesn't matter, but we'll decide on a punishment. We'll go for a nice stroll. And my last real thing, it's probably like a old debate at this point, but like worst NBA player that could carry a 16 seed to the chip. I can throw out some names that were like mentioned on like some Barstool podcasts.
Okay.
Somebody said Isaiah Hardenstein,
Okay.
but I feel like center is not the way to go, because I feel like you could double the center no matter how dominant they are. You know, you're also relying on like technically just college athletes to make threes and shots, rather than perhaps like a wing or a guard who could take the shots. So I don't know, which direction would you want to go with this?
Well, I'm currently thinking of college basketball players that have experience in the tournament
Okay.
who are currently in the NBA.
Okay.
My immediate thought was Ty Jerome.
Comeback player of the year, perhaps 6th man of the year.
Potentially, yeah, potentially. He's been pretty good on the Cavs this season.
Yeah.
Pretty rocky start to his NBA career. I think it's been like 8 years now since he won the national championship with Virginia. But he's had a pretty strong breakout year this year with the Cavs. So that was my immediate thought.
Okay. Can we go worse than that?
Worse than that.
Did you see him beefing with Paolo Banchero or no?
No, I didn't see that.
He was like, Paolo told him he's trash, and then he's like, I'll start on your team. He just said I'll start on your team, and it's
I mean,
really from Paolo Banchero's side.
I mean, shit, it's probably true. Ty Jerome probably would start on the Magic.
Who's the Magic point guard?
Exactly.
Probably Paolo Banchero. Anyone else you had in mind?
Worse than that, no, man. I see the thing is that I don't really keep up with NBA that strong anymore.
Maybe I'll bring a better list for the next episode.
Okay, yeah,
And then we'll just go speed fire.
yeah, we can work from there.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Gray.
Absolutely.
You'll be back once this first round is wrapped up. I hope Arkansas doesn't get bounced out.
I'm not worried.
Never worried. Thank you so much for your time.
It's been a pleasure.
ATS, it's lucky to have you. And we'll have you back next episode.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Thank you for having me.
Of course, much love.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right, welcome back to All Right, That's Enough with Camera Woman Malice. We're gonna help her fill out her bracket. It won't be super in depth, just shits and giggles. Yeah, we have a laptop. I'm gonna kind of, I'll give her some brief information, whatever she wants to know, but we'll just speed run through it.
I'm YOLOing this.
Yes, and then you're gonna win. You know, it's never been done before.
What?
Like, it has been done before, but
What's never been done?
of getting 1 in
1 and 2.9.2 quintillion.
yeah,
I didn't even know quintillion was a thing.
likely than getting what's more likely than getting a perfect bracket.
If you were to pick one of those at random, then you give one chance to guess which of the 7.5 quintillion grains of sand on the entire planet we had chosen. Your odds of getting it correct would be 23% better than picking the perfect bracket by coin flip. Okay, let's just start. Here we go.
You know Elon Musk is offering a trip to Mars. Would you rather take 100K or a trip to Mars? That's his two options, or 100 or 200K.
The fuck am I gonna do on Mars? I'm not doing anything on Mars.
From the podcast. Edit the podcast.
Edit the.
I'm gonna text you.
Get me a sleeping pod.
Okay. All right. So we'll start on the South section. Auburn versus Alabama State. 1 seed Auburn versus 60 Alabama State.
Am I picking like which one would I rather choose?
Yeah. So it's the Auburn Tigers
I've-
versus the Alabama State Hornets.
I know more about Alabama than I do.
But this isn't the Alabama. There's Alabama. There's Alabama State.
Wait, so Alabama's Hornets and then
Alabama State Hornets and Auburn Tigers. Alabama. The real Alabama's on the other side of the bracket.
okay, I like it's just on the Tigers more.
All right. Louisville
Louisville. I like the color.
Cardinals versus Creighton Blue Jays.
Louisville, I like the color.
Okay. Michigan Wolverines.
Like Michigan, like the Michigan, or like
UMich, yeah.
okay.
Or UC San Diego Tritons. Michigan is 5 seed. San Diego is 12 seed.
Wait, what does that mean? 5C, 12C. What does that?
Well, you know, this is the 1 seed. That's like,
Oh, seed.
yeah. So they're giving them a 62% chance to win Michigan.
I would say Michigan.
Any reason why? Vibes.
Vibes. I know more about Michigan.
They have an Israeli player as their best player, Danny Wolf.
Wow.
Texas A&M
Texas.
versus Yale. Okay. You're not backing the nerds.
What?
The nerds of Yale.
No.
All right. Ole Miss versus UNC. The Tar Heels versus the Rebels.
I would say UNC.
Michael Jordan went there. Iowa State versus Lipscomb. Lipscomb.
Comb.
Oh, Lipscomb.
Not.
Bisons. Lipscomb Bisons or Iowa State Cyclones. Iowa State is the 3 seed, and then Lipscomb is the 14 seed.
Iowa.
Okay, Iowa State, buddy. Marquette versus New Mexico. So it's I think it's the Golden Eagles. Marquette Golden Eagles 7 seed versus New Mexico Lobos. Rest in peace, Lobo Loco.
Lobo Loco. What was the seed?
7 is Marquette, 10 is New Mexico. They are giving Marquette a 66% chance to win.
Marquette.
Okay, they didn't pick any upsets. UNC picked. Okay. And then Michigan State versus Bryant. I think they're Spartans versus Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan State's the 2 seed. They have an Italian coach, Tom Izzo, PMT guest. The guy I printed out for Gray. 96%.
I would say Michigan State. Michigan State.
Getting a call. We'll do the other side right now. Alright, so Duke versus so this game didn't happen yet, I think. This is basically the 1 seed versus 16 seed Duke.
Duke.
Actually, hold on, let's go back. Let's just finish out the South. Sorry.
We're not done with that one?
We'll do the whole South. That way it's easier.
Okay.
That way you remember the teams. Tigers versus Cardinals. Auburn versus Louisville. 1 seed versus 8 seed down. Anything else you want to know? Auburn versus
Auburn.
Okay. Michigan Wolverines versus
Why do you say Michigan?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yes, what's that?
No, you're saying Michigan.
It's both are right.
I don't like
Michigan. Michigan or Michigan? Well, it's a CH.
whatever. Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
I don't know.
Boring. UNC versus Iowa State.
Yes. Right. I don't know. I don't really care. So.
Alright, Marquette or Michigan State?
Where is Marquette?
I think it's like Midwest.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh, Marquette. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now I just thought about something Mayor said.
Mm.
Um.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So you're gonna pick, or like we're gonna just?
I guess. Michigan.
Just pick one.
Oh, Michigan State.
Boring. No upsets. One upset so far. All right, now the Tigers, Auburn Tigers.
Sign up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just don't have conviction.
It doesn't affect me. Like, I don't care. Oh.
Don't worry about the percentage to it.
I don't know. I've never heard of Auburn.
All
Like-
okay. So you don't think Texas A&M?
Yes.
Okay. Stand on business. Iowa State versus Michigan State. The Cyclones versus the Spartans.
Iowa.
Iowa State?
Mhm.
Okay. Then Texas A&M versus Iowa State.
Iowa.
Iowa State. So Iowa State will be in your Final Four, coming from the South. Okay. Let's fill out which one you want to do next, West, East, or Midwest?
West.
Okay. Florida versus Norfolk State.
I've never heard of that one. Just too Florida.
Well, Gators. UConn versus Oklahoma.
UConn.
UConn. Memphis versus Colorado State.
Colorado.
Colorado State.
Yeah.
Okay. Any particular reason?
No.
Maryland versus Grand Canyon.
Maryland.
The Terrapins versus the Lopes.
Maryland.
So big upset. Colorado State. Missouri versus Drake. I don't know where Drake is. Sick God.
It's in Iowa.
I mean, if you want to come back on the podcast, you pick Drake.
I mean, I would put where. Yeah.
Where's Missouri?
Wait, no, not Drake.
Texas Tech versus UNC Wilmington.
Texas Tech.
Okay. Kansas versus Arkansas.
Kansas.
Or Arkansas.
Kansas.
St. John's versus Omaha.
St. John's.
St. John's versus Kansas.
St. John's.
Texas Tech versus Drake.
Drake.
Colorado State versus Maryland.
Maryland.
Florida versus UConn.
UConn.
Wow, big upset. You know, some stat I don't coach. I've only said it like 45 times this episode. UConn versus Maryland.
UConn.
UConn 8 seed making a deep run. St. John's versus Drake. Oh, New York team.
Well, I can't really say, like, I can't say St. John's because then
No, you can come back on the podcast. I like St. John's. Rick Pitino, I
I'm not.
am coach.
St. John's.
Okay. And then St. John's versus UConn. Oh, it's a tough one for you. I heard you got offered like $15 million to play soccer for both schools.
Yeah. It was a really tough decision.
6'7".
UConn.
6'7" clip. 6'7" clip. UConn? Or St. John's? You want to see the odds
Yeah.
if they were to play each other? 55-45.
That's like basically the same thing.
Basically. So St. John's versus UConn.
St. John's.
So St. John's will be playing Iowa State, but what do you want to do next? Midwest or West? Or Midwest or East?
Just do Midwest and then we'll do East Coast.
All right, Houston versus
What is that?
SIU Edwardsville.
Houston, I don't know.
Gonzaga or Georgia? I think both are Bulldogs, actually.
I think, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia.
Georgia?
I don't like how Gonzaga sounds.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga. Clemson.
Clemson versus McNeese. Clemson. Purdue versus High Point.
Purdue.
So this game is going Texas versus Xavier.
Oh, Illinois.
Okay, okay, and then Kentucky versus Troy.
Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
Fried chicken?
Yep.
UCLA versus Utah.
UCLA. I don't
Okay.
know Utah. No.
Tennessee versus Wofford.
Tennessee. I've never heard of that other place.
So 0 upsets. Oh no, 1 upset in the Midwest. All right, Houston versus Georgia. Bulldogs versus what is it? What is their thing?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, Cougars.
Houston.
Houston?
Yeah.
Tigers versus Boilermakers.
Clemson.
Clemson. Okay. Kentucky versus Illinois.
Illinois.
Illinois. UCLA versus Tennessee.
UCLA.
Wow. So that means we got a 6-7. 6-7. All right. Illinois versus UCLA. You want me to tell you I think they're the
I
Bears.
think it's gonna be pretty.
I think it's gonna be pretty even.
Yeah.
59-41 Illinois. Why didn't that tell me the?
Illinois.
So it's the Fighting Illinois versus the Bruins.
Wait, get out of it.
We're in the Sweet 16.
Illinois.
Illinois. Okay.
I've seen their.
We're out.
No. I'm good.
She's watching. Houston versus Clemson.
Clemson. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting bracket, Melo. And then Clemson versus Illinois. The Tigers versus the Fighting Illinois. ESPN giving them a 55%, even though they're a lower seed.
I was gonna pick Illinois anyway. So
Okay.
Illinois.
Lovely. So that means you have Illinois in the Final Four as well. And then let's East Duke versus
Duke.
okay. Mississippi State versus Baylor.
Where's Baylor? Is Baylor in?
I think it's in yeah.
Oh, it's in Texas. Baylor College of Medicine? The University of Private, Texas.
Sorry. Wait, that's perfect. Oh, I forgot. That's how I just have to do this.
Don't share your screen.
I'm not sharing my screen.
Okay.
All right, technical difficulties. We have to continue on Riverside, Tower Riverside. We left off Mississippi State versus Baylor on the east side. So, let's see what this one. Okay, let me just make it smaller. Lovely. All right, Mississippi State versus Baylor. The
Looks like the prop. Bears versus Bulldogs. Can you go down a bit?
the odds.
Yeah, I want to see the odds.
They're it's 52-48.
Damn it.
Mississippi State Baylor.
Baylor.
Baylor. Okay. Lovely. Oregon versus Liberty.
Oregon.
Ducks.
Yep. I know. That's why I picked it.
Arizona versus Akron.
Arizona.
Pretty sure that the Wildcats. BYU versus VCU. I think they're both Christian schools.
Catholic.
Catholic. BYU Cougars.
Where's BYU?
Pretty sure it's in Utah.
Okay. I don't.
Yeah.
No. Go back. VCU.
VCU. Okay. Wisconsin versus Montana.
Wisconsin.
Badgers.
Wisconsin.
St. Mary's versus Vanderbilt.
Mm.
The Commodore. Wait, hold on. The Commodores versus the Gales.
Gales.
Like Iona Gales.
I'm a Gale.
Gale.
A Gale. Vanderbilt.
Alabama versus Robert Morris.
Alabama.
All right, and then Alabama versus Vanderbilt.
Alabama.
Then Wisconsin versus VCU.
Wisconsin.
And then Oregon versus Arizona.
Oregon.
And then Duke versus Baylor.
Duke.
Duke versus Oregon. Ducks versus Blue Devils.
Oregon.
Oh, back in the Ducks.
What? I have to. Ducks.
Ducks. Wisconsin versus Alabama.
Alabama.
Alabama. Bama.
No.
Ducks versus Bama.
No.
You listen, you don't have to say no to anything. You back whatever you want.
Oregon.
Okay.
My Ducks.
Okay, your final four. You have Iowa State, St. John's, and Oregon versus Illinois. All right, St. John's versus Iowa State. St. John's 2 seed. Iowa State 3 seed. I'm sure they're just called the Johnnies. Oh, Red Storm versus Cyclones. They're giving a 50-50.
Damn.
Iowa State. So,
Damn.
what do you give it to? Who do you give it to? Iowa State or St. John's? Patino, Iona coach as well.
I know. For St. John's.
Yes.
Isn't Iowa like pretty good at basketball?
Oh. I don't know. I don't know. You want to look at their players? This is Curtis. Is Iowa State players. Curtis Jones. I'm pretty sure he's injured, actually. Keyshawn Gilbert for Iowa State, so they're not going to have him. Just giving information. St. John's.
Let's just do St. John's. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
And then to face St. John's.
Oregon.
But
Oregon Ducks.
Oregon. St. John's versus Oregon.
I should have just gone there, bro.
It's Oregon?
Quack.
Oregon. Quack.
Quack.
And now, Ducks versus Iona coach.
No.
Who do you pick?
No. God damn it. I would say Oregon.
Okay. uh, how many? What's gonna be the score?
I don't know.
You might say the scores of some. Look at the other scores.
I just like ducks.
So past couple and finals 75-60, 76-59, 72-69, 86-70, 85-77, 79-62.
I don't know any of this. I don't really.
It just like
The
how
score, yeah, I get it.
just pick two numbers. I don't know.
Oh, I have to pick?
Just yeah, tell me what score you think it's gonna be. Between how much?
Um, so what if I said like 76 to like. Oh, wait, hold on.
It's a total points, yeah, but tell me the score.
Like what to what?
You could tell me the score, and I'll just add it, and that's a tiebreaker.
Okay, so like 76 to. I feel like it would be close. Like 70. Like
I must
74.
74. All right, so 150, 150 on the dot. Submitting it.
I don't know what this means.
That's just a tiebreaker.
Am I gonna get hate for this?
Oregon Ducks. I would say as a basic college basketball expert. Uh, Listen, you could ask Gray.
I'm saying, like, is Greg gonna come in here and start, like, beating me up? But, like, okay, for the record, I didn't do this based off of, like, anything that I know, because I don't know anything. I
Yeah,
just, like,
that's the whole
ducks.
point. Okay, that's fine. Well, who are they playing first round? They're playing.
With St. John's probably win, probably, but I like ducks, so.
Okay, that's fine. Where's Oregon? Well, they're okay. By the time we film the next episode, uh, they have already probably won their first game, so they won't go out early. And then whatever happens there happens there. Thank you much for your time.
Thank you for having me. No.
Thank you for your time, Ellis.
Thank you for having me.
Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys enjoy March. Good luck to Sam.
Yes.
He's gonna win
Yes.
on Friday.
Yes.
All right, that's enough.